We've got the only commercially available product available in Australia, and I think we're the first ones to do this globally. This is a really easy way to stabilize the grid, give customers more backup potential.
You're not incurring all these DC to AC, AC to DC conversion losses, which could rob you of 10, 15, 20% of your energy.
Less efficiency losses, so faster charging times for the customer.
The smarter way to go solar.
Hi everyone, Joe Ordia here for Solar Surge, and today we're coming to you from Inter Solar Europe, which is the largest solar conference here in Europe. We're in Munich, Germany today. This afternoon I'm joined by William Hall, who's the Managing Director of Sigenergy for Australia and New Zealand, and we're looking at the Sigenergy DC and bi-directional capable EV charger. So William, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
You too, mate. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, William, I got to say, this is probably the one technology that I personally am most excited about, and I know our audience has been eagerly anticipating, is this bi-directional EV charging, the ability to interface your electric vehicle with your home solar and battery storage system, be able to charge that vehicle from solar or from grid power, but in certain circumstances be able to pull energy out of that vehicle, and whether you're using it to back up the home or using it to export to the grid, but basically wanting to be able to utilize that vehicle for the full battery storage potential that it has, not just for transportation. So I understand that you've cleared a number of significant milestones in Australia, getting this technology to market and being able to interface with other electric vehicle manufacturers. So please tell us, where is Sigenergy now with its electric vehicle bi-directional charging deployment, and what needs to happen for this technology to reach its full potential?
Yeah, so about 2 months ago at the equivalent of this trade show in Australia, the Smart Energy Council conference, we announced that we'd officially made commercially available vehicle-to-grid charging. So if we look at this module here, so this is the DC charger. The cable comes out to here. The DC charger has been available for a while. It's got the bi-directional charging capabilities, which we've not been able to activate. There's a lot of hurdles that we've needed to jump over for the last 12 months. So the network needed to approve it so we can discharge back to the grid. The car manufacturers needed to integrate with us so the software could communicate. So we've managed to do all those things. The product's listed. So the Oz EV Ford F-150 Lightning can now be purchased in Australia on the Essential Energy Network in New South Wales. You can actually do vehicle to grid. So it's a bit of a watershed moment. I think we caught a lot of people by surprise. They were predicting this wasn't going to be available for maybe another 12 months, but it's kind of opened things up. So a lot of other car manufacturers are now partnering with us. We've actually successfully tested vehicle to grid with about 16 or 17 EV manufacturers and cars. We just need to make it official now. Warranties need to be put in place, and I don't think we're too far away from rolling this out in a big way.
No, that's really exciting, and I've known for a while that the technology pretty much is here. It's ready to go. It's just a matter of agreeing between, let's say, Sigenergy and the electric vehicle manufacturers or the regulatory authorities just exactly what those limits and parameters are going to be.
Yeah.
But the technical capability is here. In fact, for those of you who've been following the channel for a while, you'll recall that PointGuard had actually conducted a successful test of the bi-directional charger with the F-150 Lightning, with the Rivian R1T, as well as with the Mercedes-Benz EQB. So the technical capability is here, and I think, frankly, from what I can tell, PointGuard and Sigenergy are sort of ahead of the pack as actually having something ready to come to market.
Yeah. So look, there's still a lot of work to be done because obviously more cars need to basically come forward and work with us. But like I said, we've got the only commercially available product available in Australia, and I think we're the first ones to do this globally. So yeah, it's exciting times.
Very exciting time as this technology comes to maturity. Folks, again, you might be wondering here, is it PointGuard, is it Sigenergy? So when Sigenergy entered the US market a couple of years ago, they entered under the PointGuard brand, then they transitioned to PointGuard powered by Sigenergy, but the international parent company is Sigenergy, and part of the reason that we came here to Germany is because as the US solar and energy storage market matures, you're going to see that many international companies that have already had success in markets like Europe or Australia, New Zealand, a lot of those companies are going to be coming into the US market very soon if they haven't already done so, like PointGuard did so a couple of years ago. But again, that's why we come here, because this is a much more mature storage market. In the U.S., in a lot of the country, we've had generous net metering policies, which means that you didn't really have to install battery storage with your solar to get a good payback for solar. You could just dump your solar to the grid during the daytime, collect the credit, and then pull it back in during evening hours. But now, because the one-for-one net metering program isn't really there, or what you might call the export tariff here, you're not really getting paid that much for the electricity you send back to the grid, and that's a big reason why pretty much everything's going to battery storage. And if you can interface your EV charging with that, you can just take advantage of even more, whether it be for self-consumption or, for me, I'm excited about, can I, use the vehicle as an emergency backup power to power the house. So all these technologies are converging now, really coming to maturity. It sounds like getting ready to hit the road as far as being able to come to market with a solution for the masses.
Yeah, look, the product's there, it's available. As I said, we just need all the parties to come together. This is not something that just us can roll out. We need to get the networks, we need to get the EV manufacturers, everybody needs to work together on this. In Australia, there's a problem with grid instability. The cost to upgrade the poles and wires to fix that is huge. So this is a really easy way to stabilize the grid, give customers more backup potential, and then the integration of the VPP capabilities when they're discharging to the grid. There's a really big potential for an ongoing revenue stream that's quite substantial.
So William, is there anything else that the audience should know about the DC EV charger or what's coming in the future?
Yeah, so look, obviously we just talked about the bi-directional charging capabilities of the DC charger. We probably should touch on the fact that it is a DC charger. A lot of customers are probably used to using an AC charger to charge their car at home. The benefit of a DC charger up to 25 kilowatts, so we do have a 12.5 or a 25 kilowatts. Less efficiency losses, so faster charging times for the customer. Most cars have an inverter built into it, around 7 kilowatts. We bypass that inverter, go straight into the batteries, so it can charge the car up to 3 times faster. So customers are going to be able to charge the car much quicker.
Yeah, makes sense. And that's one of the nice things about the DC coupled architecture. You can take your high voltage solar input, deliver that onto the high voltage DC bus, and then use directly from that to charge DC high voltage battery. So you're not incurring all these DC to AC, AC to DC conversion losses, which could rob you up 10, 15, 20% of your energy just in all those conversions. So yeah, I think that's why a lot of folks like about the DC coupled architecture. And of course, installers tend to prefer it because it typically makes for a faster, more efficient, more streamlined installation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, folks, this has been a look at the Sigenergy DC EV charger with bi-directional capabilities. Again, folks, the reason that we come to these conferences is to make sure that you stay all up to date with all the latest solar product and technology information. Sigenergy is a global leader in bi-directional EV charging technology. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as this technology crosses more milestones and gets to a mass market ready condition. Well, I thank you all for spending some more time on the Solar Surge channel. Of course, if you're getting good value from these videos that you watch here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That way, as we have new videos like this coming out, it'll come up on your recommendations and you can stay up to date with everything. Well, William, thanks for spending some more time with us.
No problem, mate. Good to see you.
You too. That does it for today's video. As always, I'm Joe Ordia here, encouraging you to get prepared and be empowered. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.